Everyone feels fear. Everyone feels anxiety. But for many, it doesn't stay a feeling. It becomes a prison. Sleepless nights, overthinking, avoiding chances, explaining to yourself maybe tomorrow. What if I told you there are ways to break that prison? Real methods, proven by science, that calm the brain, stop the panic, and slowly rebuild your confidence. Today, we're going to cut through the noise and talk about the real secret to stopping fear and anxiety and what you can start doing right now. This isn't hype. This is reality. Fear and anxiety are natural. The brain's job is to protect you. But sometimes, when the brain misreads signals, fear becomes constant. That's when anxiety turns from protection into disruption. Recent neuroscience shows something interesting. There are ways to rewire how your brain responds to perceived danger. For instance, a study from Weill Cornell Medicine and Yale University found that safety signals, stimuli in our environment that we learn to associate with no danger, can reduce fear and anxiety responses in the brain. That means fear doesn't always have to come from confronting danger. With the right mental training, you can teach your brain this space, this cue equals safe. And over time, those circuits shift. Another proven fact, simply thinking positive thoughts isn't enough. The most effective treatments don't rely on optimism alone. They rely on changing how you respond to thoughts and triggers. That's why therapies like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, are considered gold standard. So yes, there's biology at play, but the good news, you can work with that biology. You can train your brain. Here are proven tools that help calm fear and anxiety. I've grouped them into fast resets and long game habits. When fear spikes, your breathing gets shallow and your nervous system goes into fight or flight. Slowing down your breath, like inhaling for 4 seconds, holding it, then exhaling for 4 seconds, or using a 4-4-6, 4-7-8 rhythm activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest mode, calming your physiological response. Even 1 to 2 minutes of this breathing can lower heart rate, reduce tension, and stop the panic spiral. Anxiety thrives on what-ifs. Grounding forces you back to reality. For example, use the 5-4-3-2-1 method. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 that you hear, 2 that you can smell, and 1 that you can taste. This shifts attention away from worrying thoughts and helps anchor you in the here and now. Calm, clear, present. Even a short walk, a few stretches, a change of scenery, movement helps. Exercise increases mood stabilizing neurotransmitters, reduces stress, and releases built up tension. If you can, getting into nature helps even more. Studies show nature exposure reduces cortisol levels and calming neural activity linked to rumination. Fear and anxiety often live in distorted thoughts. What if I fail? What if they judge me? This always happens to me. Reframing means challenging those thoughts. Have I actually failed before? Do I have evidence? Could there be another outcome? This isn't fake positivity, it's realism. It's training your brain to ask questions, not accept every what if as truth. As research from Weill Cornell Yale shows, learning to associate certain stimuli, a sound, a place, even a routine with safety, reduces the fear response in the brain. Gradual exposure, slowly facing what you fear, in small controlled steps, helps retrain the brain's fear pathways. This is the principle behind exposure therapy or systematic desensitization. Fear and anxiety thrive in chaos and uncertainty. Creating a predictable routine, regular sleep, regular movement, regular moments of calm helps give your brain a stable baseline. Avoiding heavy stimulants, too much caffeine, excessive screen time before bed, because they can fuel anxiety spikes. If you feel fear or anxiety creeping in, try this daily routine. 2 to 3 minutes, deep box breathing when you wake up or whenever you feel stress building up. Take a short walk, even 10 minutes. Get your blood and energy flowing. 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness or meditation. Focus on breath, senses, body. When a negative thought arises, pause, question it, reframe. Structure your day. Consistent meals, sleep, work, downtime. If possible, spend time in nature or just step outside to get fresh air and sunlight. Over time, this builds what I call mental armor. It doesn't guarantee you'll never feel fear again, but it drastically reduces how often it hits, how hard it punches, and how long it stays. Here's what I've realized. Fear isn't the enemy. It's the call to awareness, the signal that something matters. But living in fear, that's optional. Living anxious, reactive, second-guessing yourself, that doesn't have to be your default mode. You can use these tools, breathing, mindfulness, reframing, movement, routine, to build a foundation. A foundation where fear doesn't control you, where you control the fear. So, welcome to reality. Not the reality of panic, but the reality of power. Start small, but start, because consistency wins. If this hits home, comment below. Tell me which tool you're going to try. Let's build that resilience together. If you want more real talk, please hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Welcome to reality.